I sure hope that was enough to get your attention. Hello and welcome to another episode in the Will It Support series, the show in which we try to turn every champion into a support. Today's video is all about the final E champion, Ezreal. The best part about Ezreal support is the fact that I don't have to come up with any of the builds myself. Some small-time player, I don't know if you've heard about him or not, named Keria from T1 I think it is. You know, that organization that houses that other small-time player called Faker or whatever? Well, this Keria guy just recently played Ezreal support in a Korean pro game, so naturally, I stole that build. To add to that, a friend of mine also plays a bit of Ezreal support when we feel like not trying too hard, so the second build will be her patented Ezreal support. Then finally, this wouldn't be my video if I didn't throw in a build as well, so as you all know me for, it's the supportive AD build. Now let's head over to the projector screen and get a more in-depth view into these builds. So we'll start off with my friend's build. She's asked to stay nameless, so we'll just call her Nico. So the first non-negotiable is to use the Fairy Court Ezreal skin, but if you don't have it, I promise I won't tell her you used another skin, as long as you hit that subscribe button. She then recommends going Comet for strength, or Airy if you're... Between you and me, go Comet. Then she gives some wisdom about the build. Long story short, Zazak's Realm Spike, Lichbane, and then Raw AP. These are the items I chose that fit that criteria of Raw AP stats. As the message implies, build Zhonya's if the enemy is mostly AD, or Banshees if the enemy is mostly AP. And yes, it got the official Nico seal of approval. In terms of the runes, we've got the mentioned Comet, but I just filled the rest of the runes with mana and mana regen, since we have no mana items, as well as a little nod to the support lifestyle by taking Scorch. The next build is Keria's Ezreal support build. The only weird thing in this build is Horizon Focus, but I see where he's coming from. It reveals enemies you hit from over 700 units, which is about this far away. So using Ezreal Q, you can easily scout areas before your team gets to an objective. That's right, you'll never die face checking a bush again. These are the runes he went. Again, nothing too out of the ordinary. Finally, we've come to my build. Basically, build Manamune since Ezreal relies on spamming abilities and having the mana to do so. Umbral Glaive to clear wards faster, Cyrilda's Grudge slows the enemies, and then build Serpent's Fang if the enemy has a lot of shields, or Kempunk Chainsword if they have a lot of healing. Nothing too shocking about these runes either, just take Zombie Ward to make better use of your Umbral Glaive. So now that you have some builds to choose from, let me give you some important Ezreal tips. Your E will just target whatever's closest to you. So if you're trying to hit a champ in a minion wave, use your W on them before you E so the bolt targets them. This also happens to be the main combo when playing AP Ezreal, since that's where all your damage is. Then, once you have enough mana, just start throwing your spells out at people. It doesn't matter if it misses, T1 isn't scouting you, so long as you use it to pressure the enemy ADC off the wave, or check bushes for sneaky enemies. And if you see me miss any spells in this video, then the sun was in my eyes. So let's go see those builds in action.
Huh?
Impressive.
A few moments later.
Well, that went really well. I mean, I even ended up doing the most damage on the team. So with that great win under the belt, let's go see how Keria's build holds up. That didn't go too well, but I guess just like Keria, I also did nothing for the entire game and my team carried. So yes, you can start calling me the Keria of EU West. Let's go see if my own build can do any better.
Gotta stay vigilant.
Well, I hate those kind of games. We were absolutely crushing it, bot. But then I pressed tab, and my top, jungle, and mid were 06, 13, and 07 respectively. But now that we've seen the builds in action, where does Ezreal go on the tier list? I'd say you should give Ezreal support a go if you're an OTP. He's an all-skill shot champion, so if that isn't quite your style, you probably won't enjoy him. That being said, if you do play him, building him AP works the best in my opinion. And it's easier too, since all you need to hit is your W. I also think the Keria build isn't the greatest when you're not in a pro play game. In your day-to-day games, most people don't even buy control wards, so who really cares about getting vision with Horizon Focus? If you plan to go an AD build, you should go with my supportive AD build instead. And with that, we're all done with every champion in the first 5 letters of the alphabet. Next up is Fiddlestick support. So be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. And if you like spamming Qs just like Ezreal does, then you should check out my Dr. Mundo support video on screen now. Thanks for watching, by the way, and as always, have fun and take it easy.